I spent the last 2 years developing a game about my dog. Let me see. This guy over here. And now we can finally play it on Steam. I mean, you can play the demo on Steam. So I thought that it would be cool if I could play it with you guys, so you can see how the developer plays it. Alright, so let's start, create a new game, and see how it goes. Basically, the first thing that we need to do is speak with Mr. O, because he has an exclamation mark. And you can actually change the camera mode, because currently the camera will always follow the character. But if you press Y, or if you go to the settings and then game, you can change the camera from locked and free. I like to keep it free. I don't know, I'm used to play that way, because then I can move with my right mouse button. So yeah, let's start doing it. Hello there, I haven't seen you around before. Are you new here? Me? I don't know, I'm kinda lost. Do you know where I can find my friends? Well, that I don't know, but I can teach you how to cut your first tree. Yeah, as always, like in every game that has some aspect of crafting, we always start by getting some wood, right? That sounds interesting, but how does I can find my friends? Trust me, I have a plan. Alright, there's first quest over here. It's aiming you to show how to interact with objects. If you feel lost at any point, you can use the quest objectives over here, or you can click on quests and read it. And you can also see the reward, so you can see that you will receive a rusty axe. So alright, let's do it. It says that you need a better tool, and you don't have any tool, that's why. So it will give you the axe. To equip a tool, you can either open your inventory and drag it to the tool slot, or if you want, you just press the right mouse button and it will do it for you. Alright, so let's speak with him again. Now that you have the axe, he will tell you to get 1 simple log and 1 apple. Alright, so let's start interacting with the tree. Every time that you interact with any resources, you will see like 3 bars, these 3 ones. This one above your character, it's like your action speed. This other one is like the resource health. For example, when it goes to 0, you get 1. And this one over here, it's the minigame. If you keep collecting it long enough, you'll be able to play a minigame and get resources faster. The 3 resources also have like a second resource type, which is the apples. If you click on the apples, you will also collect them. Since we already waited, let's wait just a little bit to get the minigame. I will see if I can like fast forward, but since it's just in this tiny amount of time, maybe it doesn't even necessary. Alright, so the minigame is ready. If you click on it, you will be teleported to this other stage. And this minigame is quite easy. You just need to get the items and avoid those spikes. And it's really interesting to say that if you go over the spikes while they are on the ground like this, like not ready, it's fine. But if you go when they are activated, you will get hurt, and you have 3 lives in this minigame. And don't worry if you lose all your lives, because you will still get all the items you just collected. So you can leave by either clicking on the exit button or by dying. I mean, you're not really die, but lose your life. Almost like dying. Alright, so let's collect as much as we can, because this one specifically requires a lot of skill to at some point, right? Because I also have achievements on Steam, and I have one achievement that requires to have 40 items in this minigame, like not 40 logs, but some between the logs and the apples. And at some point you have to time the spikes to not get hurt. Let's see. I decided to create this minigame, like the movement to be using your mouse and not only the keyboard, because my idea was to be able to port this game easily to mobile in the future. It's not there yet. Actually, I didn't even start it, but at least the idea is there, right? Oops, I got one. Ah, almost. Right. Ooh, that was close. Yes, I think we already have 40, right? Yeah, we do. Yeah, and I died. But you got the idea. And since we got a lot of items, you can see, like, I don't know how many, but you can see that it's a lot. All right, completed. You can also skip this chat by pressing spacebar if you don't want to click next. It also works. And he gave you this bark pet. Basically, if you click with your right mouse button, this is an in-game wiki. So all the information that I will tell you guys, you can get by clicking here and reading it, basically. Where quests, for example. Let's get the Newton. Alright, now he will explain you how to expand the map. To do that, you have to interact with those little things over here. For example, it will say the item that you need and how many of those you need to unlock it. And if you put your mouse over it, it will also say. You can just click on it, or you can also drag an item to it. Both works. Since we collected a lot from the minigame, it was easy for us. We didn't have to collect it again. Right? Now he will explain how to interact with the combat in this game. The combat is divided into the combat area and the combat portal. To start the combat, you first need to unlock a monster. For example, all the monsters here are locked, and this is the requirement to unlock. So for example, this one requires 10 apples, we have 16, so if you click on it, we unlock the giant worm. There's some status for the giant worm, and you can also see your status by clicking here. So it's nice, so if you can compare to see if you can handle it. And the quest was basically just to unlock the worm. And don't worry, I am skipping the conversations in order to be quick with the video, but it's really important for you guys to read at least these initial ones because it teaches a lot about the game. Alright, he gave me this blender as a reward and also some green juices. I can put the blender on the map by dragging it. And basically the blender is a way for you to break your items into juices or essences. I will explain how they work later on, but the way that you use the blender is just if you drag like item here and click mix, it will give you juices. And if it's a weapon or a tool, it will give you essences. Right, now he is telling us to defeat our first monster. And this is where juices will be important. For example, each monster requires a specific amount of juice to be spawned. For example, I have 21 juices and each worm requires 1 juice. it means that I can kill 21 worms. In theory, because right now they will probably kill me instead because I don't have any equipment. To start the combat, I can either click here on the combat area and Ramon will go to the correct spot, or if I want, I just click here, start combat, and it's basically the same, it's just like a shortcut. Alright, so for example, I have 20 now, and then I will have 19, and the list goes on. I can also use this button to stop the spawning. For example, now that I toggle it down, it stopped, it doesn't spawn anymore. This is useful if you don't want to like spend a lot of juices, and I will lose right now. Yeah, basically when you lose, you just lose the juices that you just spent from these other monsters, and you also lose like time, of course. But since we defeated the first monster, it's fine, we can deliver this quest. Alright. He gave me 5 of those because my idea is to show to the player that monsters also have drops. For example, they will always have one easy drop, like the worm skin, and at least one harder drop, like an equipment, which is the worm's apple. Let's see if we got this in this video, but if we don't, it's fine. At least you know that it exists. Some monster has more than one drop too. Alright, now he's telling me how to recover my own health, which is just by using the apple. If I click with my right mouse button, it will recover 40 health. Since I'm not in the combat, it will not do anything, but at least now you know. He gave me the crafting table. I can put it on a map in the same way I did with the blender. And he basically said that I can improve my defense by equipping something, and I can get items by crafting it with the crafting table or by fighting monsters, right? So let me craft a wooden hat, for example. It consumes 10 wood. I already got way more than that. So let's wait a bit. Alright, so I can equip it by dragging it and also right mouse button, both works. And he gave me more juices. Alright, this is the parts of the game that I like the most because it gives you a little bit of freedom. Because right now he's saying that you need to enter the first cave, and he's saying that you need to continue expanding your map until you find the cave entrance. So if I look at my map, I have 4 paths to unlock, but I don't have any clue how to get the Heart of Copper, so I will ignore this one, and the same one goes to the Heart of Rock. So the only paths that I know is the worm skin, since I already have 6. So what I'm gonna do now, I will craft a wooden stick just to kill the worms faster. And while I'm doing it, I will teach you another mechanic that is really important in the early game. Is the ability to pet the dog. If you put your mouse under the dog, over the dog, it will give you this buff, and this buff will increase your skill to do the action that you are doing at the moment where you pet the dog. For example, right now I am collecting wood, so it gives me wood efficiency. It also means that if I am in the combat and do the same, it will give me attack, which will make my life easier. So I will activate again and give me 5 attack. Alright, another thing that I forgot to say is how do you know how many juices or essences each item will give you if you use a blender? If you put your mouse over the item, you can see that it can be processed into 9 green juices, and the same goes to this. and to this, which will be processed into purple juices. The same thing goes to the equipments. It will be 2 equipment essence. We will see how does this essence work later on. Right, I need 1 more item, 10, nice. So if I unlock this, I will see the cave. Let's stop here and kill the rest of them. Oh, another thing that is nice to say is if you want to check like what is the next thing you want to do, like specifically the next thing you want to craft, you can always use the bark pad, because if you click on the crafting table, you can see all the recipes. For example, right now, if I would be playing for myself and not trying to unlock all the quests, I would be farming more worm skins to craft this beginner axe, because this chance to get fruit is really, really important. It will get apples for you automatically. So it's nice because you can leave it getting wood and you get apples at the same time. Alright, I found the cave and there's nothing here. The only thing that I have, it's this that needs rock to be unlocked. And there's a rock deposit here. I will tell you right now because that can bring you a little bit of confusion. The rock deposit is the only thing that allows you to get without any tools, so you can even get you by hand like this. Alright, but let's finish our quest just to make things easier. Nice. So now, he is talking about the tool essence and ways for you to improve your tool. The way that it works is you can merge 10 essence into 1 tool orb, and then you can apply this tool orb into your axe or any other tool. To merge those essence, you can simply drag it here, or you can click with your right mouse button. If you have like more than 10, let's say that you have 20 and you don't want to click twice, you can hold shift while you are clicking it and it will do it for you, like it will merge everything. Also, if you hold shift and click on any other item, it will open this where you can split your item. For example, I have 5, if I split, I have 2. It can be useful. Let's apply in your X. So if I click on the tool and I click on the X, now it gives us +2 attack, which is good. I mean, it doesn't make a lot of sense for an axe giving you attack since you don't use it in the combat, but you need to keep in mind that it still works during the combat because you have it equipped and it is increasing your status, right? And he gave you more equipment essence, so I will also add here. It's like the opposite. It gives me wood cutting efficiency, but you know that it works. Alright, now he's telling us to craft our first bowl, wooden bowl. Let's get some wood for that. But the idea is about the wooden bowl, it's a way for you to eat food automatically during the combat. So you can be like away from your computer and still farm monsters. And since we are collecting and we are just waiting, I will also show that you can remove items from the ground by pressing the right mouse button 2 times, like this. And then you can put whenever you want, like wherever you want. We need 2. One more. Oops, I clicked on it. So let's craft the wooden bowl. And since it takes 1 minute, let's grab some rocks while we are waiting, right? Also, in your inventory, you can see that you have more than one inventory tab. You will be able to unlock them later on by equipping bags. And you have these two buttons, which is the sort button and delete button. If you hit delete and then click on an item, it will be deleted. And the sort button will try to organize it for you. So for example, if I have a bunch of items here and I click sort, it will organize it. The rock deposit also have a minigame, but the minigame is different. Like each resource type has a different minigame. The fishing minigame is different, the rock minigame is different, the tree minigame is different, and also the bug catching. But the bug catching is not included on the demo, it will be only in the full release. Alright, so let's try the minigame. This one is the one I like the most, because it's quicker and you get a lot of resources from it. But it does involves a lot of lucky. Alright, so the idea is, if you click and hold, you will defuse the bomb. If you click 3 times, you will get a rock. And you have to do this. If a bomb explodes, you lose the game. I also have an achievement that requires me to get 40 rocks. I got it once, but it's really hard. Oh! A bomb is spawned under my mouse. Okay, but now I got a lot of rocks. Nice. Okay, and I also have a bow, and as you can see, it's possible if you get lucky that an item will come from the crafting table or drop from the monster with a tool applied to it. So for example, my wooden bow, it's already giving me 5 defense. And now that I have it equipped, I can simply drag an apple to this slot and it will be there. He also gave me these 2 different foods, but to be really honest with you, the best thing to do with those foods is just to turn them into juices. because you will have to farm some monsters. Alright, this is the second part that gives you guys a little bit of confusion. And I will show you on this video to make it clear. If you unlock this cave, it will start to ask you for a weirdly shaped rock. And your quest right now is to get copper ores. And since you don't know how to get this weirdly shaped orb, you will feel a little bit lost maybe, because here you only have a coal deposit. But what I want you to do right now, it's basically to continue to unlock most monsters, because the next monster you already know how to get, right? It's just wood and apple. Actually, let's get some wood. And then the other monsters is rock, which you already know how to get. And this resource that you don't know, but it comes from this monster. So let's just unlock this monster. I will play the minigame to be faster. Oh, and also just for you guys to know, you also can craft a pickaxe by collecting 10 rocks and 10 logs. It is on the crafting table. I will not do this right now because my only goal is to unlock this monster and then maybe this one, and that's gonna be it for the video. I think that with the information that I just gave you guys will be enough so you can feel how the game looks like and can also play it completely without feeling any struggle. Alright, so let's play the minigame. I feel like I'm saying alright all the time, but please be patient. I am not that good and that experienced into speaking in English in YouTube videos, because English is not my first language, and also I am a little bit shy of speaking and showing my face, but it will get better, I hope. I just need 15, so it will be over soon. Nice, so I will just hit exit. I will click on Glug Glug, and he requires 2 juices for each. And then I will start the combat. Pet the dog to receive a little bit of boost. And another thing that you can see the kill counts here, and you can also see if you put your mouse over the monster. And these kill counts are helpful because if you kill a lot of monsters, it will spawn them faster and they will be moving faster into this treadmill or in this belt. And at some point, it will be required you to go back and farm a lot of them, and you will kill them with like 1 hit. Oh, I got lucky. I got the helmet. Alright, so we got... Let's see if you can unlock this guy. It's nice. Oh, and this monster also drops 4 different items. He drops the Jello, which we just got. He drops the Glub Helm. And he also drops our first magic wand. He's the Jelly Wand. When my life comes to 50%, it will consume the apple, but it will consume it with only 30% of effect, which is why sometimes it's better for you to eat manually, like I just did. Okay, one more. Let's stop this. Okay, we got them, but let's kill these 4 ones just in case we got the Jelly Wand. Nice, we didn't got it, but now we have this, so we just need a little bit more rocks. 15, we already have 7. I will pet the dog, and now we have more mining efficiency. You can also use your bark pad to check the monsters. For example, it's here, monsters, so you can check like the drop hater things. Okay, so let's play the minigame again. No, I think the trick is you need to press only 3 times and not 4 times. Alright, but we got it. And the rock dude, it will be using gray juice. We already have 15 of them because Mr. O gave us, but you can get gray juice by processing rocks and ores on the blender, like this one, for example. Let's see if we will be able to kill at least one, because we should have crafted more equipments by now. No, it didn't drop. Maybe this one. Oh, super unlucky. All right, but now we have the where? Oh no, here. This is the item that we need to unlock and find the copper part. That's it, guys. I hope you liked it. You can play it right now. The game is on Steam. So I hope you guys like it, and please wishlist it. My dog will be really happy if you do this. Actually, he is trying to sleep and I'm grabbing him all the time. But that's it. Bye.